Hi, my name is Anna. I'm an Arts, Media and Society student, and in this video, I'm going to talk you through what it means to study Arts, Media and Society, the structure of the program, and what you can do after graduation. Arts, Media and Society primarily concerns itself with studying contemporary art and digital media in society. That's why art's social empowerment is very significant. Aside from that, we look at identity, diversity, and citizenship. These are key features of the program and are crucial to studying the societal problems, debates, and issues that art is situated in. Academic skills is something that you will gain the most out of from Arts, Media and Society. Think critical reading, writing, seeing, a lot of useful skills that you can utilize throughout your career and lifetime. Arts, Media and Society was founded within the Department of Art History. That's why it's good to distinguish between the Art History Bachelor and the Arts, Media and Society Bachelor. Firstly, Arts, Media and Society is a specialization within art history. You will therefore get an art historical foundation and an art history diploma. Secondly, Arts, Media and Society is an English program. This is also why we have quite an international community. But speaking and writing in English confidently is important. However, if you feel like you need extra support, you can always consult the Leiden University Writing Lab for personal assistance. You will also share some courses with the Dutch art history class. But don't worry, the courses that you're going to share are going to be in English. What makes Arts, Media and Society unique is our global focus and global perspective on subjects like world art studies, where we look at things that are outside of the mainstream European art historical narrative. It's also important while studying contemporary art to know art's origins and art's traditions, to understand the essence of why contemporary art is important. Leiden University specializes in multiple different disciplines like architecture, digital media, media studies, photography, and other arts. Therefore, Arts, Media and Society strives to blur the boundaries between media studies, sociology, and art history, which makes this program great. Now, why should you study in Leiden? First off, this program is quite broad, as you may have already noticed. But despite being broad, we have several professors that specialize in different disciplines and will give you personal guidance and assistance in the fields of your interest. With 13 entirely different museums and the Leiden University Museum Special Collections, you also have plenty of art in Leiden. But aside from those, Leiden's geographic location allows you to visit neighboring big collections in places like Amsterdam, Rotterdam, or Utrecht. So, what does the program look like? In your first academic year, you would have completed 60 credits. It's split into 2 semesters, so think 30 credits per semester. This is basically a foundational year for you to be able to continue into your second and third year. It's also called the propaedeutic year. You will get a broad art historical foundation in order to continue with the program. So a propaedeutic year means that you have to complete 45 credits or more to be able to get a binding study advice, which leads you onto the second year. In the second year, you have a combination of both mandatory and elective courses for you to specialize. This is also split into 2 semesters equally worth of 30 credits, which means that by the second year, you will have 120 credits. And in the third year, you will have completed 180, because it's also split into 2 semesters worth 30 credits. 30 credits of which are up to you to decide what you want to fill them up with. It can be a bunch of electives from other courses at Leiden University, or you can choose to do an internship, a minor, but more on that later. Your weeks as a student are basically 40 hours long, so that's a full-time working week. And 12 to 14 hours of those 40 you will be spending in lectures and in seminars. But 28 to 26, you're going to spend self-studying. Think preparing for lectures, going to exhibitions, reading up on material, writing your exams. That's why self-discipline and good time management are important in Arts, Media and Society. Typically, the weeks and semesters are split into 13 course weeks. After 6, you will have a block of midterm examinations, which are written or oral exams. And after the other 6 or 7, you have the finals. In your first year, you will also get assigned a student mentor, who is another student from the same course that will be able to assist you in more practical matters, like navigating through the city or navigating through the university. We also host a lot of social activities. I say we because I'm also a student mentor, and I have been in that position, and I can tell you that it's really fun, and we built a really nice community, and I still talk to my mentees. You will also get a study advisor. This is somebody that you can refer to for more serious questions related to your studies, like study delay, study strike, or you want to plan your studies ahead of time if you know exactly what you want to specialize in. So, like I said, your first year is basically a year of foundational art historical knowledge. You will have courses like modern and contemporary art, cinema and photography, curating cultures, that will all introduce you to the main movements and key styles within each of these disciplines. You'll have cultural representation, where you will look at how visual narratives construct certain stereotypes or the way that we view the world. Then, most importantly, you will have the academic skills course, where you will learn how to write academically on a university level. This way, you will be able to develop a voice, a writer's voice, in the rest of your studies. In your second year, you will have a collection of mandatory courses and electives. As part of your mandatory courses, you will continue with studying the history of exhibiting or how to exhibit cultures that are outside of this mainstream Eurocentric narrative. Think exhibiting from cultures that are in South America, Asia, Africa, or Oceania. When I took World Art Studies, we studied the material and visual heritage of the Asmat people in Papua. You will also do a mandatory humanities course, Philosophy of Science, where you look at how humanities is equally a science and at the general but most key philosophical debates that have shaped this discipline, that being humanities and then arts, media, and society as well. You will have storytelling in television and digital heritage to further broaden your interests and specializations within the field. Then you have a variety of different electives that you can choose from. You can decide to focus on the way that visual heritage and arts have shaped the way that we construct memory or the way that we construct history. Or you can also take electives in vulgarity of art, which is something that I took and I quite enjoyed because you look at how art not only has to be aesthetic, but that ugly art has also a great value. You will also, for example, have electives in digital media. I also took this because I decided to do a minor in digital humanities, something that you can choose to do in your third year, because your third year is divided into a selection of mandatory seminars and mandatory courses, like your BA thesis seminar, where you will consult a professor who specializes in a field of your interest and write your thesis. You will also have cultural field and practice, where you will have the opportunity to experience the different opportunities you have graduating from arts, media, and society. Think writing exhibition reviews or visiting archives to see what it looks like to really work in the field. You can also choose between seminars in style and culture, curating once again, and the way that national museums construct national identity. But back to your 30 credit elective space. You can decide to fill your elective space with a minor, like I did. I wanted to broaden my interests into the digital world and learn how to code in Python and see how exactly media influences the way that art functions within contemporary society today. You can also choose to pick other electives from other specializations to construct your own curated space of electives for the future. Or you can also choose to study abroad or do an internship. If you're curious, you can check out the study guide for Arts, Media, and Society online at the Leiden University website. So, that being said, what exact academic skills do you leave Arts, Media, and Society with? Well, because of the way that Arts, Media, and Society blurs the boundaries between different disciplines, like media studies, studying society, and studying art, you are able to connect different opinions and different perspectives from different fields into one critical narrative because of your developed critical thinking and critical looking that you have gained through your art historical knowledge in arts, media, and society. You will also be able to express yourself confidently in English, both speaking and writing, which will make you a great academic. So, what can you do after graduating arts, media, and society? If you want a full academic education, it pays to do a master. And Leiden University offers a variety. We have 1 year, 2 year, and research masters. In the arts and culture field, for instance, there's 2 different specializations you can take in the 1 year arts and culture master. For example, a museum studies direction or a art history direction. You can also do a master in media studies. There is a lot of specializations, but my 2 personal favorites are the book and digital media studies and the film and photographic studies master. There's also a research master in arts, literature, and media studies. But that one you can take if you're interested to continue an academic education into PhD. Based on a research of the past 5-year graduates from arts, media, and society, about a quarter of graduates ended up in the culture, sports, and recreation field. Some have turned to become curators at the Kunstmuseum in Den Haag. Some have also become curators at the Stedelijk and worked in other fields as curators. Others have decided to work as teachers in the education field. Some have also gone into art historical consulting with large institutions like ING, the Dutch multinational banking corporation. Large institutions as such have collections and need guidance from people that are art historians. Otherwise, others have gone into becoming PhD candidates. Overall, you can see that graduating from arts, media, and society, you have a lot of options. Based on the same 5-year studies, around 79% of students end up finding a job after 2 months graduating. 53% find a job immediately at an academic level. If you're interested to find out more, you can check out the website on the slide. Otherwise, Leiden University also offers career services, whom you can consult to write your motivational letter or give advice for your interview. If you want to find a job immediately, it also pays to find a great network of people in the art community. So, do you think arts, media, and society is for you? Well, are you interested in studying contemporary art through an interdisciplinary perspective? Are you interested in finding out art's societal role through public debates? And are you looking for an innovative program with a personal approach? Then, Arts, Media, and Society is for you. To study at Arts, Media, and Society, you have to submit a Dutch pre-university diploma or an international equivalent of that. For example, I studied International Baccalaureate and submitted my International Baccalaureate as my pre-university diploma. For more information, you can check the slides or the university website. When you are applying, you will also have to go through the matching procedure. This is designed for you to find out whether Arts, Media, and Society really is a program for you. Don't worry, this will not influence your admission or application process, but is designed for you to experience what it would be like for you as a student to attend lectures and write about what you found in the lectures. The matching process is meant to be fun and give you an idea of what to expect studying Arts, Media, and Society. You can start applying in October through StudyLink. If you are not from the EU or EER countries and need visas or residence permits, you have to apply before April 1st. But if you're Dutch or come from EU or EER countries, your final deadline is in May 1st. But make sure to complete the matching process before August. Now, come September, will you receive any guidance? Yes, you will receive guidance not only from your mentor or study advisors, but we also have student psychologists and student counselors for more serious troubles that you may find studying at Leiden. Don't worry though, there is also a student-for-student network at the Pop Corner who organize workshops and target stress or time management issues that you may find as an obstacle in the beginning of September. If you require more assistance studying with disabilities, we also have a platform for that. And there's a great diversity and inclusion network at Leiden University. Okay, so you're interested. Where can you find more information? Well, we host open days every semester where you get to wander around Leiden and check out what the faculty looks like. You can also experience being a student for a day during the Experience Day hosted at Leiden University. But no worries if you can't come to Leiden and attend in person. There's a 24/7 online experience available on the Leiden University website. You can also choose to talk to a student to find out even more details. For more information on details like the dates or places, you can check out the link on this slide over here. I hope I've given you enough information, and I hope you're interested and as enthusiastic as I am studying Arts, Media, and Society. Otherwise, good luck choosing your study, and hope to see you at Leiden.